Hello, everybody. Quest recap tonight. Wednesday night on Quest. How's everybody doing tonight on a Wednesday night? And of course, we have to wait for the delay. Hope everybody had a good day today. Hello, Sand Dollar. Hello, Prom. Hello, Caroline. Here comes the crew. Here comes the crew. Let's see here. Very good. Jeff M's in the house. Here we go again. Starlene. And there's Cindy. She's getting better and better. Ashley. And from way up there in Canada on her new backup regular phone is the person we missed. Hello, Judy.
Hello, John. Hi, everybody. Good to be here, as always. I've had a heck of a time with this phone, and I'm feeling really good that it's now hooked up.
And there she is. She's coming in crispy clear to me. How about you guys? Deborah, this is for yesterday's recap show. That was the 15th. And Ashley says, "Hi, Judy, you sound awesome. We're back in the saddle again, Judy."
Good. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley.
Oh, my lordy 40. Alrighty. And there's the professor. Yup, Daniel. Judy sounds as crisp as a crispy crisp cracker.
I hope that's good.
Yup. Finally. So we can't curse it now, guys. I can't say any more on it because then I'll curse it. All of a sudden, the internet will go out or something. You know what I mean, guys? So we got to be. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes. Yes, please, John. I am so jinxed when it comes to this stuff. So.
Well, I got to start it out. I got to thank my YouTube supporters, the Knights, the Captains, the Marshals, the Senechells, and all the people that have been going on my live chat, sending me super chats and stickers. I love it. Those are little bonuses. I just love you guys. We got a new Knight, Carl Breivik. I thank you for joining, Carl. And also our mainstays of Virginia and Starlene and Caroline and Luke, Jeff, Curtis, Jana, Kelly, Becky, Josh, Mark, Barbara, Sandollar, Todd, Renee T, Roxy, Jazz Dia, and Wayne. And of course, Judy and Daniel Spino for all their extra support in Judy's live, and I can hear her. I thank you so much, Judy. Where the heck you been?
I've been right here, really. And thank you, John. I'm glad to be here.
Hello, Becky. And also for our Knights that have joined, for Jerry and Buffy and Mark and Scott and Puddin and Debbie and Tammy and Michelle and Michael and Dana and Sydney. Every little bit helps. I thank you so much. And also I want to thank Dee Dee Williamham for the great portrait she made of me and for her support on super chats and stickers on the channel. Dee Dee, I thank you so much. I stopped in her channel this morning. I had about 10 minutes in between doing things. Very interesting how she does all that art and stuff, Judy.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. What I wouldn't give to have that kind of a talent, but she did great on your picture. Absolutely great.
Is the group stopping in her group? I hope so. Is our group stopping in there? You checking her out?
I am. I have been, yes.
Very, very good. Very, very good.
Great work. Great work.
Unbelievable. The talent. Unreal. I mean, I don't even turn my computer on till noontime, as Judy and the moderators know, because I'm probably up a little later than usual. Oh, there's Dee Dee. She's in the chat. You're welcome. Dee Dee says, thanks, Judy. Becky, I
Oh, you're
subscribe.
welcome.
Thank you so much, Becky. Thank you. Oh, my lordy 40. We got a long show tonight, guys. I hope you hang in there. Judy put a lot of work in it on these double episodes with a good drilling down. If it was like I was telling Judy, if it was a drilling down that was a repeat or something not essential. But I like the timeline, like I told Judy, that they showed at the end. You know what I mean? Hi, Steve Arnold. Hi, Scott. Yup, David. Good stuff. Starting. We had enough of stopping, right, Judy?
Right, for darn sure. We need to keep going.
All right, got to thank my moderators. Tammy, Judy, Renee, Michelle, Daniel, Starlene, Kathy, and Scott. And to our Quest lifetime contributor, Chris Dona. Our call-in number is 1-323-813-4135. When you see the number on the bottom of the screen, Judy will get off. Text us that you want to call in. Hello, Linda. And she'll get off and get your number right in. I only can take one call at a time, but nobody calls, Judy, so I really don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, maybe someday they'll surprise you, John. Who knows?
Yep. I want to welcome all my members from the Quest of Oak Island group, the YouTube channel, the Twitch channel, not so much. They're doing a lot of gamers on there. People play video games, but my Twitter channel, we almost had 50 people watching our live show yesterday. Unbelievable.
Well, that's great.
Unbelievable on Twitter, guys. We're getting a lot of Twitter people coming over to YouTube. And we got to watch it, though. We got to moderate it. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure.
I want to thank everybody on our Anchor Host podcast that listens to me and Judy. You got to download that to there all the time so they get the audio on Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Apple iPodcast, Pandora, 55 million people that are on Amazon. This is holy moly schmoly, Judy. They listen to us also. And for Renee Tuttle, you guys got pictures that something inspired you by Oak Island. Ray Tuttle's in charge of that. She approves whatever she wants to in that section. And we'll show them. If there's a lot of buildup in there, I'll put them on YouTube so the world will see them. I thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. All right. Last night, it was episode 15, Eyes and Boot in the Ground. Judy, I never thought in the wildest dreams that they would actually pull a boot out. I was laughing, sort of, you know.
I was too. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it.
Hi, Scott Dilly. Hi, Hammer. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when they actually pulled the boot out. I'm thinking, okay, what's this boot supposed to mean? Remember, guys? I was asking you guys. Unreal.
And then I was shocked to find out it was rubber, no less.
Yeah, how much does rubber last? 120 years in the mud? No, I don't know.
I guess it must.
Everything I have around my house rots in a second, no matter what it is. Shoes fall apart, everything falls apart. But when they pull something out of the pit, it's almost pristine. I don't get it. You know what I mean, guys?
Is that the magic of Oak Island?
Yeah, it's the magic. I hear you. So we found out what the boot was. They don't know if it's the president's boot, obviously, a worker or something, but they can date it back. So they'll look it up. I mean, they got to press the president's venture. You know,
yeah.
That'll put eyes on the episode. You know what I mean, Judy?
You got her, John. Makes it sound even better.
And then they got me confused. I can't find anything for next week, not yet, on the timeline for next Tuesday, February 15th. They're telling me March 1st for some reason. And the title for episode 16 is called Gold Diggers.
Is that for March 1st?
Yeah. But
Oh, okay.
maybe the schedulers got it wrong, or I don't know, Coach. This next coming Tuesday, I can't find anything for the 15th. I mean, the 22nd. Well, too many twos, Judy. February 22nd, 2022.
Oh, Daniel says there's no episode next week.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
really? I couldn't find anything, Professor. I was looking to tell you guys, obviously, but I couldn't find anything. So if you got some information, why, or is there something with the Olympics or whatever? I don't know. I have no idea. But that's all I got for you guys is we got the Gold Diggers on March 1st, Tuesday. And then a week after that, oh, Coach says Abraham Lincoln special on the 22nd. Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Okay. They have been advertising that.
For President's Day. Gotcha. Thank you.
Boy.
Thank you very much for that. But and then March 1st. And then who we're going to be speaking to March 7th? It's a Monday.
I saw that. I'm happy.
It's a Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern time. We got Vanessa back. So get your questions out there underneath the promo that I put on Facebook. If you got questions for her, I can type them out. But I want a couple of you to have the privilege to talk to these people yourself. Just not me talking to all these guys and girls, but actually you speaking to Vanessa. Of course, you only can say so much. Don't ask her, wow, what did you pull out of the last can before you left?
Be tempting, though, John.
You know what I mean? And
Gotcha.
mostly on the mechanic side of the stuff she does. And of course, she signed a non-disclosure agreement like everybody else, so she only can answer so many questions. But she's cool. She was on my program before. She came on for the first video live podcast. She chose me, not an audio only, but actual a visual video. So hope everything works out technically on March 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be with Vanessa.
Sounds good, John. And Daniel says he can't wait to ask her some questions. So we know there's questions coming.
Very good. Very, 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 very good. So I got excited with that. I put that all together. It was yesterday and today. So I put it right out there. The minute I know, guys, I don't say, well, next month we got some guests coming on or whatever. When they confer with me, I mean, it could be changing, Judy. You never know how things happen. I understand that.
Right, John.
And that's when you're coming on. Boom. That's when I tell you guys. And of course, if people are working late and got a second shift, we're always on YouTube. We're always on Facebook. We're always on Twitter. You always can go back. I get a lot of replays because, of course, I can't have 550 people in my live show. I don't know how we would handle all the comments and stuff like that, but it could happen. So we're at a good balance now, about 150 people in the show. Goes down to 100 live. And then they watch the replay later, which goes up into the multi-hundreds or possibly thousands. And I got one more thing after March 1st, episode 16. I even got a little info, Judy.
Oh, good.
On season 9, episode 17, March 8th. Blast from the past. Who the heck can that be? Let's think about that one, guy. Hello, Gloria Fritz. How are you, people?
I have an idea.
A blast from the past. So that's
Could it be Dave? Dave's coming up back for a bit?
I have no idea. That's all they said. They didn't give any kind of context after it.
Oh, shoot. Doggone it.
Yep. They give us in the hook, Kathy. They're giving us the hook here.
Always, always. Daniel says, I think I may know.
He's the professor. He knows it all. He figures it all. My brain is
He
too
does.
my brain is too fried, especially today, Judy.
Oh, mine is fried right now too. So I hope everybody is patient when I'm reading.
All right. So that's about it. So I'm going to find Judy's picture. She's going to do the synopsis from last night's show. We'll show some screenshots of the show. I think I got about 60 screenshots, guys. Oh my lordy 40.
Woo.
And then after we show screenshots, Judy will then do, because I asked her, and I thank you so much for doing it. I know you're tired. The drilling down, because I love the timeline that they put on the table. So I thought that was important. So if it wasn't important, we won't do it. So we usually don't do a drilling down this long, but give Judy a lot of kudos because she's fantastic in this stuff.
Well, I thank you, John. And it was a good show. It really was. Put a lot of stuff together for us.
All right, let's get your picture up. Hold on, Judy. You got a glass of water ready?
It's right here. No wine tonight, John. I fall asleep on you.
That's the same thing to me. I was going to bring a glass of wine down or a beer, and I said, you know what? I'm tired myself, and I just got to go with it. So, Judy, your picture's on the screen when you're ready. Thank you very much.
Hey, everybody. This is Season 9, Episode 15, Eyes and Boots in the Ground. It's a new, exhilarating day on Oak Island as the first caisson has gone into the ground over the 6-inch hole D2. This 10-foot round hole is being called TF1, the Fellowship 1. They plan on a maximum depth of 170 feet. The important depth is 70 to 90 feet down, where the metal piece with gold on it was found in hole D2. The hammer goes down for the first grab. 300 miles west, at the University of New Brunswick, Marty and Charles arrive to get the test results of the lead on the bag seal found on lot 32. Dr. Chris McFarland has performed a laser ablation on the lead, and the test results shows that this lead came from the same area in France as the Templar Cross, and they both from around 1300. Is the bag seal related to the cross? Hopefully, this mystery will be solved. Late that afternoon, on the southeast edge of the swamp, Alex and David are checking in the area with a 3D ground-penetrating radar scanner. They are trying to find out if the stone road continues on towards the money pit. The tests show that the stone road does carry on, and they call Steve to get the GPS coordinates. The following morning, in the money pit area, the historical facts, I got the right one. Okay, just a minute, guys. Okay, yeah, in the money pit area, the hammer comes up from 75 feet down and has many pieces of large timbers in it. The timbers are made of a hard wood and have been hand cut. Gary metal detects and picks up a hand-forged metal fastener. Rick and Marty arrive and tell the team to keep going down to 90 feet, where the piece of metal with the gold on it was found. In Smith Cove, the large wash plant has been set up, and the team is watching closely for any important artifacts. Back in the money pit area, the last 3 grabs have had only water and mud in them. Vanessa then informs them that at 80 feet down, they have hit a plug that is stopping them going further. Marty tells the oscillator operator to hit it hard with the hammer. The operator is then able to pull up a large rock with a 6-inch drill hole in it that probably came from the drilling of hole D2. The next grab brings up more timber, and Gary picks up what looks like a man's boot. After examining, after examining it, Doug says it is rubber, and the maker marker says it was made by the Kaufman Company in 1908 to 1909. I have seen that name many times. This was around the time that Franklin D. Roosevelt was searching here. Could it be from his dig? As the sun is setting, the last grab of the day comes up from 90 feet down, full of large timbers. They will resume the dig tomorrow morning. Stay tuned, fellow members, and stay safe, please.
Very, very professionally done. Very, very much. We missed you.
Thank you, John. Not too bad for somebody that's darn tired.
Yup, you did good. You got to rest up for your little drilling down synopsis next. So you rest up, lay down, put your feet up, take a nap.
Well, my feet are up for sure.
Good. A lot of things said there, guys, but I'm not sure about how long rubber stays intact like that. That was my only question.
Yeah, me too. I was surprised to see it there.
But I guess if this has no bacteria, no salt water, no whatever, I don't know. Some things rot, some things stay the same. You know, if you even dug in your backyard, oh, why did this rot and why did this stay normal? Who knows? Everybody's giving you thank yous, and all of a sudden this stuff will be printed out like we usually do in the Quest of Oak Island and in the community tab on YouTube for the people that are the paid members. Get a little preview of what's going on before we put it on Facebook. I was thinking of putting only Vanessa's interview or guest appearance on YouTube so we get some more people to join the YouTube channel. I only got 2,400 people that subscribed and it's free. So if I just put Vanessa's guest appearance on just YouTube, you guys have to come over to YouTube. You know what I mean?
Right, yes.
So don't let me do that, even though I put it on Facebook. Because, you know, why go to YouTube if you see it on Facebook? You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
I got to switch to show it wherever I want to show it. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. I can just check off YouTube and we'll just be there live. So I'll give you guys another chance to start maybe subscribing. I thank to the people that have subscribed, but out of 70,000 people, at least 10%, maybe 5% would be 3,500 people. And I only got 2,400 people to hit that subscribe button. That's free, Judy. So I'm just trying to get that up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on, guys. Get subscribing if you haven't, please.
I understand if you don't like YouTube, but that's where I come from. That's what I talk. Because YouTube is mostly for videos. Facebook is for all the messages. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
Right, yes. I just find the chat easier to read on Facebook than on YouTube. That's all.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The chat and the PMs and the messaging on Facebook. But as far as video quality and doing videos, that's what YouTube is made for. Facebook is
right.
All this other stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And Caroline, is it really rubber? I have no idea. Facebook freezes on Jan. Yeah, Facebook always does crazy things to me over here. Alrighty. I wish before they did this, Judy, I was thinking last night, before they sealed C1, because obviously they had to put dirt over it and tractors are over it and everything. that I wish they put a vacuum sucker on C1 just to suck up that gold piece that diver dropped.
Yes, John, wouldn't that be good? I would love to see what that is.
You know, just before Vanessa came, or just before, they were playing around in the swamp. But I'm saying, just have that vacuum thing they use, like a 10X, just to see if they could pull up that piece that gold piece or whatever it was that fell down C1, and then close it up. You know what I mean?
Right, yes. That would have been certainly something we'd want to see, all of us.
Unbelievable. All right, Judy, let me start putting up some screenshots. Otherwise, we're going to be here till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, go for it.
All right, I'm going to remove your picture. There we go, guys. Anything you guys want to say about last night's stream or last night's episode? Just throw it up in chat. Like I know, they put another case on in next to that woman's memorial that I showed you, that exclusive picture, Judy.
Right.
So now I know they did at least 2. I was thinking they only did 1, so they're doing D2, which I think is in the Dunfield spoils, but I don't know. I don't know if it's on the edge. It shows that it's way inside the Dunfield spoils, and they're only at 80 or 90 feet. Even if it was a cone, they'd still be in the Dunfield spoils. So I got to get to Steve Guptill and see how close they really are. By the charts, Judy, it looks like they're right into Dunfield spoils. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does look like that to me, and then that makes you question the boot too, John. It could have been from when Dunfield was in there.
I have no idea. Not unless they draw an outline right on what we see here. We need a red line where Dunfield spoils are. Can you paint a red line on the Money Pit parking lot there, please? So this is how the show started. That's D2. Who are you talking about, Jan? Let us know. Starlene's in YouTube. She can take care of it. And this is what I was showing you yesterday, Judy, where the C1 is in the D2 where they're digging.
Right. I see it.
The professor, I thought Billy's reaction to the boot and the fact that the 1909 dig appears to have been in the same place they're digging now was really interesting. Yeah. And then when they took up the rock with the drill, the 7-inch drill hole in it, they were right there where they picked up the gold piece on the metal and the old wood. So they're right on. They're right on. So thank you, Starling. And this is showing them going down to the 90-foot area with the 7-inch or 6-inch drill where they found the gold. And this is, I guess, where the 10-foot can's going right down the middle of it, Judy.
Wow. Well, John, if they don't find anything in that can, I don't know how they will not find something.
But this so reminds me, Judy, of H8 when they pulled out bones and leather and binding and red ink on a piece of wood. Remember that?
I do. Yes, very well.
And they sunk a 5 or 8-foot can in H8 and found nothing. I couldn't believe it. I just still can't believe it.
No, I can't either. That was really a mystery.
And but you got to be ready for anything. There's the piece of wood they found. What was it, 1450 or something like that? I don't know. And then they found, there's the gold on this metal piece, Judy, off of something.
Yes, it's going to be interesting if they can find out what that is.
I know. I know. And we know next to the Women's Memorial, that hole there had all kinds of air coming out. So they know that was a dry chamber. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. So there's got to be something right there, John, somewhere.
So Deborah asked, borehole in the stone means what? They just drilled through it, Deborah, on their C1 hole project. Their drill, while they're searching, just drilled through a rock. That's it. Yep, Scott, the drill can be 5 foot off, but we got 10-foot cans. So I'm pretty sure they're covering most of the area. That's why they went with the larger can. And then there she be. Look at Vanessa and the guys standing next to those cans. And if you see the third can over, you see a guy put a plank in there, and the guy's sitting inside there. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that before. Smart man.
Who's that? Dave with a bottle of Crown?
Could be.
You see it, guys? There's 1, 2, and the third one, the guy's got a board. He's sitting down and just watching the action, waiting for the chest to be pulled up out of the grabber. You see him?
I see him really clearly.
But do you see these things that I notice? I don't know. I'm going nuts. This Oak Island's driving me crazy.
Well, you notice things I don't, for sure.
Did anybody else notice it? Coach, did you notice it? Ashley, Scott, did you see him? Jan, did you see the guy sitting in the can? Yeah, Cindy saw it last night. I just says, oh my lordy.
When I'm taking notes, John, and trying to watch at the same time, I do miss some things.
Yep.
That I just don't see.
I hear you. I read that how they got the walls of the caisson covered any horizontal tunnel they cannot see through steel tube only down. Yeah. Yeah. But I think, they're not stupid, these people. They would pull the can up, and if the water's clear, they would throw a camera down there. You know what I mean? They're not stupid.
Yeah, I do think they would.
And if they had some kind of camera with a windshield wiper on it that filtered mud out like an aquarium, you got a dirty aquarium, you put a big filter down there, you siphon out all the muck, and just put the camera down so it doesn't hit the sediment on the bottom. But put some kind of filter in there, suck out the water so you can see halfway. You don't need a real clear thing like an aquarium, and then spot check with a camera on the sides. How you like that? I just compared an aquarium to the caissons. Where did I come up with that one? I need a wine.
Well, it sounds good to me, John, and it would be nice to see a camera down there.
I mean, the whole thing is a visual. You know what I mean? The whole thing is to see. The whole thing is, visual, if you can.
Right.
But it's just probably too mucky, too dirty, and time-wise. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, Ken. She said one time she can go horizontal at such a degree. I asked her that before. But we'll ask her all those questions. Put it in the chat. Write it down because I'll forget. Ken. This way I can just print it out so I don't forget the important questions. Because then my brain just goes wacko. There's the grab. There was some teeth missing off it. After a while, it's hitting rocks. Those teeth bolt on and off on the grabber. Then I was thinking,
Wow.
why don't they put a heavy coat of some kind of protective rubber on there? But then if they found something, it would just squish it anyways if they clammed it tight. But I'm not sure if Michelle or Michael, whatever his name is, can feel that pressure. He's got dials to show pressure, if he closes in on something, not to crush it, but I don't know. That's going to be a delicate information. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure. He seemed to know when he had a hold of that rock
Right.
and could bring it up.
It's all with pressure, his pressure gauges. Well, they know what to do. They've been doing this for a long, long time. But I'm saying as far as treasure hunting, have one special thing, but I guess they can't. And there's the operation. Those two things that are generators, those two great things to power that oscillator. There's no electricity that comes off of these big generators to give it the power. Not the crane, but the oscillator. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yes. Wow, John. It is amazing what they can do.
Yeah, how they twist it and drive it down and twist it and drive it down and grabs the can and down we go. But it all depends on your material, too. If you have really strict and tough and solid material, it'll take a lot longer.
Right. Hopefully there won't be too many rocks down there.
Yep, and here's Billy, our man Billy. Once the grabber puts it in that area, Billy spreads it out for Gary to metal detect, because his metal detector only goes, I think, 12 or 18 inches. Too bad they couldn't get something that went deeper, but they're going through the wash plant too, so.
I don't think they're going to miss much, for sure.
No, and there they are metal detecting that section there that the grabber puts it in. When it's done detecting, they got a system going. You know what I mean, guys? They got a system going, and then Gary is done. Billy picks it up, puts it in the dump truck, brings it to the wash plant. At least they got a good system going, Judy?
They do, John, and everybody certainly knows their place and gets right in there at it.
Yep. Yep. Okay, Coach, take it easy. Dee Dee, I think the water table at the money pit, I think they go down 40 feet or so, and then they hit water. Because the money pit area is on the highest part of the island. I think it's 57 feet above sea level, something like that. So about 50 feet or 40 feet. Because, they put more land on the money pit. They put more topsoil, more everything else. So I think they go 40 feet somewhat, and then they go into water, Judy.
Yes, I think you're right on with that.
Yeah. And here they are wash planting. They won't send in a diver, Dee Dee, until they find a opening or a cavity. I don't think they found the cavity in D2. I think they're just looking for the little gold piece, if there's more, and the old wood. I think closer to the women's monument, where they had the air come out of that chamber, is called a void. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, John. And they certainly did bring up a lot of big pieces of timber last night.
Yeah. Is it searcher? Is it depositors? Well, when they found that old piece of wood down there, that's what they're looking at. It could be new searcher and depositor all mixed up, because the searcher's looking for the same spot that the original money pit was made,
Exactly, John. And there's been so much activity there that it might be a little hard to tell who put it there.
Yeah. There she is, Vanessa. The owner of Rock Equipment will be live on the Quest of Oak Island podcast, March 7th. It's 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
The great thing is, John, this year especially, it seems, she gets just as excited as everybody else does about anything that they find.
Yep. Yep. And here's the lead bag seal that they had tested. And we got some pretty good comparisons on this, Judy.
Yes, they did. They sure did, John. And I'm wondering, is it related to the cross? I'm hoping we can find that out.
And there's this Chris McFarland at the place that they determined that the same lead is made from the same area that the cross was. And the professor says something very wrong about that seal. Well, we got to find out, Professor. We got to find out what the heck's going on. It's not English, so they were pretty surprised.
Any idea, Daniel, what you think is wrong about it?
Yeah, mine from France, Ken. Correct. And Linda. It's English letters. And there's the professor. That's 100% English mark on there. How can it be French lead? There you go.
Oh, wow. Daniel, you just made us another question.
And then Didi, we got to put Didi in there. But the English could have bought lead from France. Yeah. What do you think of that, Professor? And here we go. More questions, no answers. And manufactured in England. Or maybe the English used French lead. Who knows? Oh, my lordy forty. How are we going to ever find that out? You don't know who used what and who manufactured what and where. You know what I mean, guys? I mean, we put it out there, but it's all boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, Judy?
Right. Maybe the Templars took the lead to that area when they went there. Who knows?
And they melted it down and made their own seal.
Right.
Imported lead, like imported beer. And there's Neil, maybe a French counterfeit. There you go, Mr. Daniel Spino. Cyprus, thanks for coming in. Or a repurposed French lead. They never threw anything away that we know. They always repurposed everything. You know what I mean, Judy?
Right, right. And John, we need to do more of that today, I think.
I hear you. So those were a lot of good, interesting facts on this. I wish I had answers for you guys. We just go down our case on of confused questions. That's our case on. French and English traded at earlier times. Daniel, not likely. It was common for products from France and England to be at each other's forts. Counterfeit sounds very possible. Learn something new every night here. Maybe somebody got a deal on 500 French bag seals because they had a shipment of rags or something. You never know. There's this new machine. All these machines and all these scanners.
They're amazing, aren't they?
Let's find something. Jesus.
Please.
Well, they want to try to use this technology because they can't go near that Mi'kmaq site, Judy.
Right, right. This might tell them more than digging, really.
Right. So if they scan outside those red areas that they can't dig and just go outside the area, they know the stone road starts here Well, they can dig that because it's not in the restricted area, you know, Judy?
Right. Darn good idea, John.
Again, guys, if you can hit that subscribe button on the Facebook side, if you like the podcast, if you like what we're doing here for support, I appreciate it 1,000%. Thank you so much. And there's this machine. I forgot how far it went down. What did they say?
Was it 5 feet?
Let me see here.
Scott says he thinks they said it was about 5 feet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But
Oh. The other Scott says 100 plus, so I
nah,
don't know.
it don't go no 100 feet. It goes deep to give you a 3D image that comes out on their little monitor there. All this new technology. Let's go. Let's get it. 150 feet? Walter Mafia, 150 feet? I don't know. Yep, the road was 5 feet, Scott's saying. Right. The road.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha,
Yeah,
Scott.
the road was 5 feet under the dirt there. That's what they always did. They did between 3 to 4 to 5 feet when Billy was digging. Billy would always say, "Well, where was that stick?" About 4 or 5 feet deep. You know what I mean?
Right, yes, you got it.
And Daniel says, "I need to double check, but they had lead mines all over Europe." Okay, well, Trom, thanks for coming in on the YouTube side. All information is good here. People know. And here they are looking at some of the wood pieces, Judy, pulling out of D2. Some good, some bad, some old, some new, I guess.
Boy, those are big, aren't they?
Yeah. Caroline, can the sensitivity be adjusted? I have no idea, probably. Veltrom. I can't even say my own name. There's Vanessa in charge. She's definitely in charge of that operation over there, Judy.
Yeah, she sure is. What a great job she does, too.
And there's her person she brings with, Danny Smith. You don't like the cold, she told me. That's why they built that little house around them when it was late in October and November when they did those cans before, Judy. They made that little
Yes.
they made that little tool shed house for them to put a heater in there.
Well, I don't blame him one little bit. We're to get about 8 inches of snow starting tomorrow.
Yep, he hates the cold as much as I do. What's Daniel saying here? Also, the mark is from the 1600s, not Templar.
Darn. But he's right. You know, it was English. I'm sure it was.
Yep. I think that guy Andrew was from Irving Equipment. Irving Equipment does the crane and the grabber. Vanessa does the actuator and the cans. Irving's there just to do the crane operation. There's two different things going on there. She'll explain that when she comes on Monday, March 7th. When I saw that, I was sort of cracking up. I knew it right off the bat. And I even think Gary, when he saw it first, was excited. And all of a sudden, he went back a little bit. He knew that was the 7-inch drill hole from the D2 drill, you know, Judy?
Right, exactly. It didn't hit me at first, but then I looked at it and thought, yep, I wonder if that's what it is.
Carolyn says Oak Island Research Oliva had a good video on the lead bag seals. Yep, Caroline, please support the Dot to Dot with Michael and Oliva. Oak Island Research, go to their YouTube channels. They're on the ball. Believe it or not, it's up to you guys. They dig deep. I love them.
I will definitely check that out.
You know. And there's Gary finding the boot. Yep, Ken. My first thought was an anchor rock. Then, uh-oh. And there they are at the sausage table. Big pieces of wood. But they'll determine what they want to get tested. And there's Doug looking at the label on the top of the boot. But that boot looks like pristine condition to me. I don't know. Or am I seeing things, guys? What do you guys think?
It looks pretty good, John, and I have no idea how long rubber would last in there.
What else can it be? It can be rubber, or what else in 1909 did they have? Rubber. That's all I can think of.
Me too. You know, unless you had a leather one made, but that's certainly not leather, I don't think.
It can't be vinyl. Like Ashley says, it must be some magic rubber. So you guys got to look up or Google, how long does rubber last before it decomposes? How long does rubber last underground before it decomposes? I should have looked it up, but I just thought of it now because my brain is fried.
Somebody will find it, John.
Yeah, I hear you. That's why I put it out there. Not in the air or sunlight. Yep. And Tammy says, yep, it proves you need to recycle. Yep, some things stay in the landfill for the next 500 years. And Linda says, the rubber we have these days is garbage. Back then, it looks great. Yeah, they made everything correct a long time ago. Now they make everything breakable. Within 6 months, it breaks.
Right.
Yep. Can they leap as much as they can when they find things? And there she is in charge. Scott looked on Google a few minutes ago, 60 to 80 years on one site. Very strange.
Well, hopefully they'll find out more.
And of course, Daniel's like me. I was looking for, Daniel says, I'm not noticing these boots in the same 1909 dig photos. He will investigate more. Dee 50 to 80 years. Yep. We had them old photos, Judy, but I don't remember seeing their feet for some reason. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I don't either.
There's always piles of dirt, or they're in the pit, or they're 1909. Oh, my lordy forty. Okay, guys, that's your next project when we come back on next Tuesday. Wait, there's no show next Tuesday.
Right.
Now, we'll do something. I'll leave it in the chat, Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll do something. Just to keep the schedule going. Not unless you want to take a whole week off. It's up to you guys. You guys let me know if you want me to come on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week just to keep the chat going. Live.
I'm game. I'm game.
You know what I mean? I kept on looking at this boot and looking. Well, it's tore on top, but maybe it was tore on top just by the grabber. You know what I mean?
Right.
Check out old Sears catalogs. I like that idea. I like that idea. can't. Who asked that? Peter, there's no show next Tuesday. It's Abraham Lincoln's birthday special on History Channel. Lincoln's birthday. I mean, you guys are so interested in that. How can I come on with a big black hat?
That would be good.
But I don't know, Daniel. I was staring at this boot. It looks too good condition to me, but what do I know? If it's 1909, it's 1909. I mean, we're pulling wood out of the swamp at 600 AD, so nothing shocks me anymore. And there's Franklin with the pipe. I got the beard, Ashley. You're right. Yup, Daniel. They look like water boots, right? They don't look like mud boots. They would come right off, wouldn't they? The minute you got sunk in a little bit of mud, your foot would come right out of those rubber boots. You know what I mean, Judy?
Yeah, maybe that's what happened to the poor guy that was wearing them.
Well, if we find a leg, then we know where the guy is.
Right. John.
And this is for March 1st. This was something found on the washing table by Jack. It had a little bit of gold in it. I couldn't go back through 48 slides to stick this out of there and delete it, so sorry, guys. They had it tested in the research center there. This is on March 1st when they call it the gold digger. So there's another piece with gold on it, or there's gold in it. This came off the wash table. Not the wash table. Yeah, I think so. And this is another piece Gary finds in the slop. And here they are testing that piece because the system's called Gold Diggers. And they found 0.044 of gold in it. Concrete, right, Scott? Right, on that president's picture, that's all over. Did they show his boots with the president's picture if they went all the way down? Very good, Cindy.
Well, I'm not sure. Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago. Well, we're on it, Cindy. We're on it. We'll look for it. All righty, Judy, you rested up?
I am, John. I think I can do this.
All right. If not, just take your time. Hold on. Let me
Yep.
get it set up. Hold on.
Okay.
How you doing so far, guys? We all right? I told you it was a big show tonight. A lot of stuff was going on. Oh my lordy 40, I'm over an hour.
Did you want to leave this till next week when we don't have anything?
Nah, because it's fresh in our minds now, you know what I mean?
Right, gotcha.
Okay, Pirate, thank you. In that picture, no one was wearing rubber boots. Thank you so much, Pirate. Dee Dee, looks like Roosevelt was wearing golf shoes. Very good, Dee Dee. I see you. You know what I mean? To wait till all the way to next, probably Wednesday, so it's in the middle of the week. You don't want me to come on Tuesday. You want me to come on Wednesday, so it's in the middle of the week, right, guys?
Right. No, I'm game, John.
What do you think?
Well, Ashley just said go ahead. Daniel said he just sent a photo to you, John, on Messenger, probably.
I can't really tell if they're shoes. Hello, Greg. Thank you. All right, I'm looking for Judy's picture. Here we go. She's going to do her synopsis on the drilling down because I love the timetable. Otherwise, we don't do every drilling down. It's a big process getting these things ready for today. And I wanted Judy to take her time, have a sip of water, and you're on the computer, you're in the chat. Judy, when you're ready, thank you very much.
All righty. And guys, this is Drilling Down from February 15th. Tonight's show is giving us a timeline comparing the dates of the most important artifacts found to date with the historical facts of these dates. Standing in Smith's Cove, Maddie, Rick, and Marty are discussing some of the artifacts found here. Marty points out that some of the artifacts date to the time of the American Revolution. Did a treasure found on Oak Island finance the revolution? Rick pulls out the Spanish 8 coin that gave Dan Blankenship the knowledge he needed to prove that the treasure was of Spanish origin. In the research center, Alex, Craig, and Doug are comparing the date of the piece of leather found in the Money Pit area from 1492 with the arrival of Christopher Columbus in America. Are they related? Craig points out that the leather can be tested further in order to see where it came from. We need to keep testing and searching, says Craig. On lot 21, Maddie and Gary are wondering if the 2 swages used for sharpening tunneling tools and the red brooch, both found here and both dated from 1450 to 1750, are related. Researcher James McQuiston's theory brought the Scottish Knights Baronets, a group that he believed came from the Knights Templars, to Oak Island around this time. Could they have brought the swages and the red brooch with them? In the research center, Maddie, Rick, Doug, and Judy Rudebush, who worked with Zena Halpin, are going over the 2 maps that Zena sent to the team in 2016. The maps are called the Templar maps, as Zena believed they show a trip to Oak Island made by the Templars in 1300s. Marty wonders if the Templar cross, dating in the 1300s, and the stone feature in the swamp, dating from 1200, could be connected to the dates on Zena's maps. On lot 15, Maddie and Gary are discussing the Chinese cash coin found here in 2020. They point out that the coin could have been brought here by the Vikings, as the coin dates around 1200, and it has been proven the Vikings were in North America at that time. Also, the Vikings didn't have their own currency and did trade with the Chinese. The ship's railing found in the swamp also dated around this time, proving that travel from the old world was taking place. Since some Vikings were Templars, could the knowledge of Oak Island have been passed on to the Vikings by the Templars? In the war room, Maddie, Rick, and Marty sit at the table with their timeline running from the 7th century to the 17th century laid out before them. Marty believes the timeline proves that many treasure stories took place on Oak Island. Rick says the dates prove there was a master plan laid out for Oak Island and was carried out over a long period of time. More searching needs to be done, so we are not finished yet, fellow acorns. Stay tuned.
Thank you very much, Judy. Very professionally done ×2 today. Thank you so much, Judy.
Oh, you're very welcome, John. A lot of stuff in that drilling down, guys. Make sure you watch it if you haven't.
Right. It'll be all printed out in my chat on the Quest of Oak Island, so you guys can take every factual tidbit. Fantastic job, Judy.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, like I said, there was some information I didn't get in there, so make sure you watch the show.
Alrighty, Judy, I'm going to remove your picture. Very good.
Thank you.
And there I am.
Tammy Williams is with us. Hi, Tammy.
Hey, Tammy, thanks for coming in. Let's go ahead. This is the stream. You gonna say something, Judy?
I was just going to, Cindy said it was so good to hear your voice. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, everybody.
Yep. Judy's back. What was it, like 3 weeks of craziness with that cell phone?
It was, and at least we were able to use the cell last week, but I know it wasn't as clear as we wanted it to be.
Right, right. You're never late, Tammy. You're never late. We're just going and going and going tonight for some reason. Big show yesterday. Big show. And here's the swatches in the gem that they found. And I love the timeline. That's why we did it, guys. I love the timeline to show everything. That's what I need, visuals, Judy. You know what I mean?
Me too, John. It really helped to look at it on the table at the end. Boy, that helped.
My brain can't see this stuff separate with the timeline and when they found it and what lot was on and everything else. That's just how my brain works right here. Then it keeps on going backwards towards the 1500s, and then that partial heel. What do they call it? A heel of a boot, 1492.
Yeah.
But don't forget, guys, they're taking the lowest year. So it could have been 1492 to 1650 or whatever. We always take, like I tell the professor, we always take a middle date, you know, Judy?
Right, which is probably a good idea, unless they prove otherwise.
Right, right. If they prove it's exactly this date, boom. But they haven't done that yet. They can't do that. And there's our Quest of Oak Island. Remember Judy?
It was good to see her on.
Another Judy. I had to give her some FaceTime there.
Well, she spells hers with an I.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. I've spoken to her a couple of times. Very nice lady.
It'd be interesting to sit and listen to her talk about her time with Xena.
Yeah. And this came out a little foggy. I tried to make it a little clearer, but Johnny's not too good on this technology photo stuff. You know, it goes down to the 900s, and that 900s is the Chinese coin. And there's where it's showing the cross, the swamp, and I guess in the metal piece, Templar section. Out west, Kathy. And there they are, laying it out on the table, Judy.
They did a great job on it.
You know, I liked it when they did the timeline. That's why we did it. I thank you so much.
Hey, you're welcome. It would be great to sit at that table and see it really close, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. We always got to talk about that lead cross. If they never found that lead cross, I don't know where this show would have been headed. Like I said before, it's one of the main
Uh,
turning points, Judy.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I'll always wonder about that cross, always.
And there's where they're going from the 1900s, 1800s, 1700s, 1600s. All searcher, you know what I mean, guys? But we don't know about the 1600s and the early 1700s. Is it depositor? Is it searcher? We still don't know. I know we find a lot of ox shoes. That's all I know. What, Professor? Did I mention I don't think it's a cross? What do you think it is? A key? A key to the vault?
Give, Daniel.
Don't leave us hanging. It's a key to the vault, right? How you like that? That I came up with that one pretty quick, Judy.
Yes, really, John. Oh, Daniel, you stinker.
Oh, this
Coming soon, he says.
you better get off that lasagna, all right? That lasagna's you're getting like the show now. Spill proof, he says.
And he enjoys doing this too. He does.
Oh, this
Take
guy.
it on.
Yep. Too much like the show. He's turning too much like the show.
You got her.
And Kathy, of course, she's going to give you the big hook. There it is. I see it on. Didn't someone say it was an instrument for measurement? Yeah, Aaron. Aaron King said that. All right,
Oh,
Daniel.
she did.
Tammy, even the professor's giving it to us tonight. There's the spike. There's the wood. You see up on top, there's the cross. On top, those are swedges. On the top, you see there's the musket ball. On the top, you see there's the garnet. You guys see that okay?
Yes, you can, John.
Not ready. And there's the things they said they tested by two different people. That wood they found in the swamp from the 1600 AD to 1900s AD. I still can't believe it.
Not me either. That is, to me, still unbelievable.
Well, look at this Daniel, what he's doing to us tonight. All right, it's a can opener.
Oh, dear.
Who knows?
Anything's possible, John.
I hear you. My mind's open. You got to stay open. And there we go. I think this is one of the best drilling downs about getting situated, what's found where and what time frame it was done, Judy.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly, John. It certainly helped me to put things into perspective.
Very, very good. Very good. All righty. So I guess watch the chat if we might be on Saturday. I'm not sure yet. So now we'll be on next Wednesday. Me and Judy will be on. She'll be my partner on next Wednesday night. We'll put something together. You know us. We'll put something together for maybe a little update up to that week.
You always come up with something, John, always.
Yep, and we got March 1st, this thing called the Gold Diggers. On March 1st. And March 8th, episode 17, A Blast from the Past. And the 7th, we got Vanessa on live Monday night. So that's about all I got for tonight. Judy, if you want to say your goodbyes, we'll see him, and you'll be on with me this next coming Wednesday. If not, maybe a Saturday spot on, a little bit of live podcast. We'll see how it goes the rest of the week. But
sounds good, John.
Yeah.
Cindy says, "Hey Judy, you won't have to do a synopsis." So I will definitely enjoy next Wednesday night, guys.
Yep.
So I'm going to say good night, everybody. Please have a good week, and we'll see you next Wednesday night. And please, everybody, please stay safe. It's crazy out there for sure. Love you all. Thanks, John.
Yep. Thanks for coming on. You sounded great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Great podcast. A lot of work last night, me and Judy. Judy deserves a lot of thank yous when I post up her synopsis, when I print them out. But remember, members, always go forward. You may get a setback, but just believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. Never give up. You keep smiling, you be kind, for tomorrow is a never given, never. So stay strong, stay positive, stay safe. Thank you for joining me and Judy tonight. We'll see you next Wednesday at 7:30, February 23rd. If anything else comes up, I'll put it in comments and let you know. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you. Take care. And bye-bye now.